Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. And my name's Angela. I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady and welcome back to a Throwback Friday. This one is number 67. Okay, I did say I wasn't going to do them for a while. I'll let you escape them for a couple of about a month or so. But no, I'm back with another one today. So come on, let's go and see what I've got for you. Right, so all my old crazies already know the format of these videos and they know what they're all about. But for my new crazies who haven't come across the Throwback Friday set yet, there is an entire playlist of them for you. Now in the throwbacks, what I like to do is show you old videos from way back when. This is normally about a year ago. And what I do is I take a collection from a week in the life of Poppy. I stick them into these videos, I cut out the uninteresting bits, and then what I do is I tell you a little bit about the video beforehand, show you a section of it or all of it in its entirety depending on what it is. Now if it's a book review, I'll just show you the first little bit just to wet that whistle. If it's a pattern video, again I show you a little bit. So it's normally the start section of the video so that you know what's coming, and all the links to the videos that are used today are going to be in the I button anyway. So if there's one that you see and you go, oh actually I hadn't come across that on the channel and I really like the look of it, you can just click that I button and run over to the original video where it's there in its entirety for you. Okay, so first up today is a Whips, Bits and Chat number 67. So let's go and see what I was gabbering on about back then. Oh, by the way, wet hair, best way to stay cool. I've dunked it 3 times already today. Right, just a little explanation. At the moment it is sitting at 32 degrees with no wind where I am in the UK. And so of course it's feeling quite claustrophobic and quite hot. I'd rather be over in Australia at Christmas with the summer, because although it hit 42 when I went over last, they had wind. The only wind we've got here is the dog's bum. Right, I don't know. Actually, before we get started, it would be really lovely if this week you could not only hit the bell sorry, and select all, but also make sure you're still subscribed to the channel and give me a bit of a thumbs up, because it has been really quiet for me this week on YouTube. I think you're all sunbathing or just hiding, not sure which one. Oops, the rabbit just ran away, but don't worry, the unicorn pillow is still here. I will tell you about them in a few minutes. It's a reminder of some old videos, but yeah, I will tell you about those and link to them up the top in a little bit. Oh, wind is coming through and it's cold. I'm sorry, right, back to it. So what have I been up to this week apart from the normal stuff for family? There's not really been a lot in the world of crochet for me. Yes, I have carried on making the corner to corner blanket, but I'm having to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to take Liam for a walk around the estate so that he can feel like he's had some exercise before the temperatures kick up and he can't do. So there's me walking around the estate barefooted at 5:30 in the morning. I am getting some strange looks, but they all know how much of a lunatic I am, so it's fine. And if it's anybody new, they soon get informed that I am a raving lunatic, and then they're fine as well. So of course I'm taking him out at like 5 in the morning, and then I'm coming into here and getting as many rows as I can get done and filmed before about 10 o'clock, because by 10 o'clock this room turns into a sauna. So that's been my routine, and then I go off and I do the housework and all that other boring stuff, and then in the evenings I get to play with my project that I'm working on at the moment, which is a shawl. and it is my own pattern, and I'm very impressed with how this pattern's coming out. I'm blowing my own horn a little bit here, but really impressed. Got it visually in my head how I want it to look, and it has done that, and it looks how I want it to look. I ran out of yarn. I've only just completed the second repeat, and it's about that big, so I'm gonna have to order more yarn. I've got to remember where I got it from and hope they've got some in still. So yeah, so I can match it up and carry on going. I did put a border on it just on the off chance to see what it looked like, and it looks good. But it's made for somebody that's probably about 6, if that. It's definitely not big enough for me to go anything more than about here on. So yeah, a bit short. So of course it's gonna be a whip for a while until I get the yarn in, and then I can carry it on and move it on. Update on that shawl, it's still a whip. It doesn't look like it's going to get completed, because for me to purchase that yarn now, it's going to cost me around 10 quid a cake. Yeah, I ain't paying that. So I'll just have to do it with that tatty Audi stuff at some point. I'd completely forgotten about that pattern until this moment. So a little bit more information on the cow for next month. Fingers crossed it gets done. Right, I am now up to row of 55 of 80. I've lost it again. 87. But to be honest, these rows are speeding along lovely, and I would have been a lot further along if I'd paid attention to the pattern. And at row 52, was it? No, row 51, I hadn't put a block in the wrong spot. So yesterday I had to strip back an entire day's worth of filming and restart it, which is why it's further back than what I was hoping. I was hoping to have finished the video number 3 by now, but I haven't started it again today, so I really need to get a couple of rows under my belt before the temp picks up. It's due to be 32, I think, or something like that, but we've got a bit of wind occasionally, which is nice. Yeah, so once that is done, as I said, I will actually be showing it off to you. I'm going to be popping up to a shop and trying to get my hands on a canvas, a cheap canvas. I'm not too bothered what it looks like. I just need a cheap canvas that's going to be big enough to pin this to, because my daughter, of course, has got an art easel, an easel, so I can put the canvas on the easel and I can have it here, so, or maybe over here. I don't quite know yet, I haven't quite worked it out, but I can have the easel up so that you can have a proper look at it during the whips and bits once I've finished the work, because that's where I'll show it. I'll be showing it off on the whips and bits and telling you all about it and telling you what you'd need so that you can run off and get the yarn if you need to, if you fancy it, that is. I must admit, he is cute, and that is all I'm giving you. Sorry, and no pictures today, because it will give it away and I don't want to spoil it now. Okay, the easel idea never came out. I went looking and oh my cripes, they were expensive for the size that I was going to need. So I gave up and we bought this pulley thingy that we've attached instead. And that is now where different projects hang. You can see a cheeky face. I will explain more about that in a little bit. Right, so now that little extra bit of info that I was going to tell you about. Now, of course, my old subscribers are gonna know this girl, gonna know her, because they'll have seen her in the back of most of my videos before I moved downstairs. But this is a little bit of a refresh for any of my newer crazies that have come to visit in the last couple of months and are staying around. Now this is a unicorn pillow, okay, and it is called a giant unicorn pillow cow, and it is a 4-part series. Okay, and I will pop a link up here to video number 1. Each of the videos are linked to the next. Okay, it looks really difficult, doesn't it? But if you can make a hat, you can make this, because this is basically the same sort of style as increasing when you increase a hat. Okay, it's the same style, just on a larger scale. That is it. And if you can chain and work into a chain, that's how you make the curly hair. And if you can do single crochet and working the round. That's how you do the horn. It's a really simple. The only bit that you might find a bit fiddly is the ears, because these are two parts that are then sewn, worked together to form the ear. Okay, so you make two separate parts, one being pink or one being white, attach them together, and that's what makes the ear. So other than that, that's it. It's a bit of a shame you can't quite see her makeup that she's got on. And the reason she is not quite as rounded as yours would be is because I only had a square pillow to stuff it with, because she was made during the UK's first lockdown. And as I said, the only the only pillow I had was square. So what I actually did was cut the corner, pulled out some of the stuffing and put that in a bag for later, and moved the stuffing all around so that I'd taken the bulk out of the corners, so it wasn't perfectly round, which is why she has got a bit of a cheeky chin on her, because this section down here, I didn't pull out enough stuffing. But other than that, that is the cheeky unicorn. And I thought, you know what, because I'd moved rooms, normally you would get to see all of the projects sitting behind me on the bed, whereas now you can't. So I thought, well, I might as well show you that one and tell you that it is the giant unicorn pillow cow, and it is #03. Okay, so what I'm going to do next week is I might show you #04. Might do, might not. It depends on if that's what you're interested in. If you want to jump ahead and see all of the patterns that are actually on the channel, there is, I believe, 15 now. They're not small projects, mind. But if you want to see them, they will be shown on the end screen. There will be a link there to all the patterns. Can't resist. I love my unicorn, and so do you guys. I still get pictures occasionally, and it's still one of the most watched tutorial sets, which is absolutely brilliant. Now, as you can see, she is up there still, and she'll be there forever, won't she? So I don't need to move her, and I don't have to worry about her falling down. And as I've stated there, I will put the playlist at the on the end screen again today for you. The pattern's also available now over on the Ravelry shop in written form. So I will pop a link somewhere to the Ravelry shop. It'll probably be on the end screen, to be honest. Right, now in that video I mentioned, I don't know if I've cut it out or not, but I mentioned crochet water bottle balloons #17. The link is up there, but I'm now going to show you what they look like, because I'm going to show you the first section of that video. So come on, let's go and have a nose. Today I thought I would bring you a quick and simple water balloon tutorial. Yes, this has been out for quite a while, or well, not this specific pattern, but this idea has been around for a good couple of years, especially over in America. But hey, I needed something to make with this ball of yarn that I had. I can't show it to you now as I've used it, but I wanted another ball off the shelf, so here is the tutorial. I hope you enjoy it. Now, the ball that I have used made me 9, okay, and 9 of these are water bombs, or water balloons I should say. So here you go, I will show you a picture of what they look like, and then here's the tutorial. Have fun crocheting, everybody. See, quick and simple. Got you through that, didn't I? Now, the last video up today is, of course, the yarn review of the yarn that I used for those water balloons, and that is the CCBB, which I still say completely wrong. It's the blanket yarn. So here is the start of it, so you can have a look, but I go into a bit more detail within this video where I show you what it looks like in different stitches as well, and also how easy it is to frog. Go on, I dare you to have a look at the full video. Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies, and my name's Angela and I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and today I am back with another yarn review. Now this time my yarn review is for the CCBB blanket yarn. Okay, now I will turn this over and give you all the details now. It is, there we go, let's hope this focuses in, 150 grams or 5-30 ounces. There is 150 meters or 164 yards, and it is a 100% acrylic. Now, according to the label, they're saying 4 balls of it will make you a scarf. You will need a 8 to 9 millimeter knitting needle or a 6 to 6.5 on the crochet hook. Okay, it is wash at 30, and do not tumble dry, do not iron, do not this, that and the other, and lay flat to dry. Okay, now the colourway that I have pretty much used up now is a 301-01, and it is made in Turkey. So you've got all the different information on where you can get your hands on a papaya yarn, because that's what this one is. Right, so there we go, that is the front of the packet again. It may have changed since I bought this one, because I bought this one at the beginning of last year. And the last video up for you girls and guys today is the Max the Koala C2C Blanket quick announcement, and that is who this cheeky guy is here, Max the Koala. Now the tutorial is already out on the channel, of course, and I will explain that a bit more in a few moments in the old video. It's also available over on the Ravelry shop as well. So come on, let's have a look at the video, shall we? Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. Right, so here is your pattern update. On Monday you will be getting a corner to corner tips and tricks video that will be released at 10:30 AM GMT, just in time. And Max the Koala will be getting released on Tuesday the 3rd of August. That is video number 1, and a further 3 videos will be out over this month. Now, if you would like to purchase the pattern, that is also live now on my Ravelry. In the pattern, you get your row counts, you get quick hyperlinks to every video that I have just mentioned. So in total, that is 5 hyperlink videos, which also give you early access to them as well. So if you are speeding through and you want to beat everybody else to the end, you have the ability to do so. That written pattern also includes the border that my Max has on him here. So have fun, everybody. I will see you next week. And now you also have the opportunity to buy the Max the Koala the kit from the Secret Yarn Stash. There is a link in the description box down below for that. I'm sorry to say, but that is only available to my UK crazies, as postage outside of the UK is ridiculous. So it's not offered. Right, that is it for me for today. I really hope you've enjoyed today's throwback, and I will see you again soon. So please remember to stay chilled, stay happy and keep crafting. Ta-ra everybody.